Hi guys, I'm Trixiebella.
And I am the Kate next door.
And together we're Ka Trixie.
And we are back with another Dead by Daylight reaction today. We are on number 19 in our collection out of 31. We are getting close.
Woohoo! Alright, well let's see what
Let's
the
just
next
dive right
one
in.
is. Alright, I'm gonna hit the button. I'm gonna press it. Here we go.
Press it, press it, press it! Ooh.
Haha. Uh-oh.
Now this is the teaser. This was all we got to hint at the next killer.
That's it? I'm assuming it's Pinhead or the Cenobite. But I could be wrong because not everybody has chain. I mean, other people could have chains, but he's the first person who came to mind.
But yeah, that is all we got to tease us into the chapter.
Oh, for Pete's sake. That's mean!
That was so mean. There were so many ideas going around. It was hilarious.
I wish you could see how much my jaw is dropped. My VTuber is not doing it justice. My jaw is like on the floor. Going, you really just gave us a chain being drug across the ground with some blood on it. You're mean! Oh my god! Darn you people! Oh, alright.
Yeah, that was probably the best teaser they've ever done. The one that gave us the most frustration.
Wow.
Intense violence, strong language.
Oh boy. What?
You can't think of it yet?
Really?
Yep.
Wait a minute. I was not expecting from that chain, and then I see Gallows, and I'm going, but that's his map. Not his map.
You were fully thinking this was Pinhead, right?
I totally was thinking it was Pinhead. And then I see Gallows, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, that's
not right.
Swinger's map. That's not Pinhead's map. Oh, that's crap. So I was like, wait, that's the water tower. That's Gallows. That's the wrong guy.
And then that stare.
That stare.
And here they took away the survivor part. They told us in the last one that the survivor was important, and here they gave us no survivor.
No survivor. No survivor at all. Yeah.
Shame on you, behavior.
I saw the chain. Because I never think about his thing being connected to a chain. I guess I've always thought of it as like a wire.
Yeah, like a cable.
Like a cable. Yeah, a cable would be better. Not a chain. And
nope, it's a chain.
I mean, well, I've never played him. I don't know if you get a really good look at it. It's always red and glowy.
Yeah, but you can see the chain links. You'll see the chain links next time you play. You really will.
Wow. Yeah, I was not expecting that until I saw that map, and that threw me completely when I saw the water tower, because I'm like, Pinhead doesn't go on the water tower. That's a... Wait, what? Oh, wow. That totally blew my mind there for a minute. And I was like, that's not right. And then it showed Gallows, and I'm like, this is the wrong guy.
This is not Pinhead.
This is not Pinhead. Okay, they got me. And Kate went along laughing the whole time.
I did. I was sitting over here going,
She fell for it.
See, the thing is, because of the teaser, a lot of people were saying Pinhead.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
No, you are not the only one. That, like, when I said that there were suspicions and like there were guesses going around, I wasn't kidding. Like, Pinhead was a big guess. They thought we were getting Pinhead.
Oh my gosh. Well, I feel better knowing that I'm not the only one who thought that then, because I really did. I think that's my favorite thing about him is his
Here
laugh.
the next chapter for Dead by Daylight.
And his map.
Experience cold, unrestrained vengeance.
I do like his map.
Chains of hate. Enter
Ooh.
the Dead Dog Saloon, an early settlement on the unforgiving frontier. The outpost of Glenvale was snuffed out in a ruthless, bloody gang war. Guns fired indiscriminately, cutting through gang members and civilians alike. When the dust settled,
Now,
dead.
I have to pause for just a second. Have you noticed how many things that we've gone through that have been snuffed out by gang wars?
No, I have not.
Because I can think of just 3 off the top of my head. Because we had Mount Ormond was snuffed out by a gang war in Legion. We just had Yui. They were talking about her and her gang, and now we have
but her gang. That wasn't gang wars.
Well, but they use the word gang repeatedly, and there's other ones, but I cannot think of what the other one was right now. Now this one has been snuffed out by a gang war. There were other ones we've watched that
They are promoting the gangs. Well, not promoting, but that's not the right word. They are utilizing the overabundance of a negativity in the storyline.
To say why these places are abandoned. Not all of them, but several of them that we've visited, they have referenced gang activity in relation to why they've been abandoned. At least 3. I can't remember what the third one is, but they also mentioned, you know, in relation to her group, they called it a gang, and maybe they just meant a friendly gang of friends. Or
like it was a gang of bikers, like a goop. Bike racers.
Oh, and I think Nia. They referenced Nia's friends as a gang of people, instead of a group of people. Versus, but that wasn't in a manner of destruction. I think that's just a manner of verbiage.
Right, but like you're right, gang is a pretty prevalent aspect within the lore. I wonder if the entity very heavily draws upon gang related areas, timelines, people.
I'm just wondering, because this is how many times I can't even. I wish I had been counting or paying closer attention, but I know.
Well, we will be from now on.
Yeah, I mean, we have to be paying more attention to, because it's been a lot of times that word has come up, and I wish I had been counting now. But I just wanted to mention it.
Numbered the living. By nightfall, only the crows remained, feasting gluttonously upon their victory. The new killer is the Deathslinger, a brilliant and fiery-tempered engineer. Caleb Quinn made a career out of revenge. When his wealthy employers stole his inventions, he broke into a violent, bloody rage. While paying for his crimes in Hellshire Penitentiary, the warden offered him a deal. Fill his private prison with inmates, and he would imprison the man who stole Caleb's life's work.
Wow.
Armed with a weapon of his own invention, Caleb became a brutal and efficient bounty hunter. The Deathslinger's power is the Redeemer. The Deathslinger's ingenuity affords him the ability to reel in bounties with a unique invention, a heavily modified hybrid rifle that replaces conventional projectiles with a razor-sharp spear affixed to a chain. Survivors who find themselves ensnared by the Deathslinger's chain spear will have only a few moments to free themselves as they are reeled in. If they do manage to break free, they will suffer from a deep wound. If they fail to escape in time, they'll come face to face with the Deathslinger's bayonet. The Deathslinger comes with 3 new perks. Gearhead. Years of toiling in his workshop tuned the Deathslinger's senses to the sound of clanging metal. After hitting survivors several times with a basic attack, Gearhead activates for a short duration. When a survivor completes a good skill check while repairing a generator, Gearhead reveals its aura for as long as it continues to be repaired. Dead Man's Switch. The entity rewards patience and bloodlust. Dead Man's Switch activates for a short duration after the killer hooks the obsession. Any survivor that stops
Hate that
repairing
perk.
a generator before it is fully repaired will cause the entity to block that generator while dead man
I hate that perk with a
reactivate.
passion.
Yeah, that is very annoying.
Retribution. Let them dig their own graves. Any survivor who cleanses the dull totem will be temporarily oblivious to the killer's presence. If any hex totems are cleansed, the auras of all survivors are revealed for a brief duration.
Goodness.
New
Yep.
survivor, Zarina Kassir.
Oh.
Filmmaker.
Yep.
Zarina strove to reveal the truth.
I had no
Inspired
idea.
by the story of a massacre at Hellshire Penitentiary, she set off to uncover the truth about the Irish outlaw who had heartlessly slaughtered the warden and his guards. After managing to
So
infiltrate the
she
prison and locate the
investigates
outlaw's
the prison he had been at.
Zarina ventured
I
inside, but found
see.
more than
Wow,
she
look at
bargained
that
for.
thing go.
Zarina comes with 3 new perks. Off the record, stay silent.
I don't think
stay
I've used
alive.
any of her perks.
Once you are unhooked or escaped from the hook, off the record activates. While off the record is active, your aura will not be shown to the killer, and grunts of pain caused by injuries are silenced. Red herring. Send your pursuer
Oh,
chasing
I think
false
didn't we
leads.
practice with that?
After briefly
We did
working on the
used this
generator, you
within
can
the
see
sandbag
aura.
tournament.
The generator stays highlighted until it is fully repaired, unless you start working on a different generator or you enter a locker. Entering any locker will trigger a loud noise indicator for the killer at the highlighted generator's location. Triggering red herring incurs a lengthy cooldown.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why it's good in sandbag.
Sacrificing your own needs. If you're at full health, you can instantly heal a survivor from dying to injured, or from injured to healthy. In the process, you yourself become injured, receive the broken status effect, and become the obsession. Equipping this perk also reduces the odds of you becoming the obsession at the start of a trial. Hatred can be a powerful motivator. It can turn some into instruments of justice and others into weapons of vengeance.
Yikes.
Ah, the Mori.
His Mori is something else. I have to say, I am impressed with his story more than anything else about him. Because I did not know, obviously anything about his story as a killer. I think his story is really cool.
So this chapter here is what actually started spawning them beefing up the storylines.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things I want to do is I want to have a stream where we go into the game and we just look at the backstory on each survivor and each killer, and we comment on it.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll notice that when Chains of Hate, when you get to Deathslinger and Zarina, the backstory is so much longer than in the previous ones because they actually put they put meat and bones into the story instead of just having a veggie soup.
Yeah. This is a very interesting story. I'm impressed.
Yeah, the survivor and killer, while they're not actually completely linked, like they did not know each other.
Mm-hmm.
So this is one of the few original chapters up to this point that actually had any kind of linkage between the survivor and the killer.
Mm-hmm.
Like Yui has she has nothing relating to the Oni.
Right. She's just there.
Yeah, she is just someone from somewhere.
Whereas Zarina's at least investigating
a thing that he caused. Yes.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a tie where they have a connection.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Adam and Spirit. Adam had no connection with Spirit at all. I think it's more interesting when there's a connection of some kind.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm like I said, I'm really impressed that they moved into that kind of connection, that kind of story. So I hope that as they go forward that they've continued to do that kind of thing because that makes it more interesting.
Chains of Hate is our take on the cowboy fantasy, but not just any fantasy, a fantasy that really evoked Dead by Daylight, a dark and twisted fantasy. And what we kind of came up with was this John Ford meets John Carpenter kind of thing.
Ooh.
The promise of Chains of Hate is really to kind of embody the pioneer spirit in both the characters. In Caleb, our Deathslinger, and in Zarina, Caleb Quinn, our Deathslinger. He is, to my mind, the entity's personal bounty hunter. He is not a traditional cowboy. He's not a cattle herder. He is innovative. He's creative. He's industrious. He is an engineer by vocation. He is what you would get if Da Vinci had been born in South Dakota in the 1800s. He ends up working for a railroad.
Interesting.
This railroad
That's a good comparison.
of his inventions and
Yep.
sets him off on a path of vengeance.
I would more
Before
think
he can secure his
using a
his
reference to like Thomas
is one of
Edison or
the first
something.
private prisons where the warden instantly recognizes his ability, and he strikes a deal with him. He says, you know, you help me fill my prison with living prisoners, and I'll help you secure justice. Caleb ends up creating this chimerical rifle that spits out a chain lasso and spear that can capture outlaws alive, not dead.
Un de nos buts principaux.
Our main goal was to get a first-person shooter feel. Yeah, I remember that was pretty prevalent at those times. Like there were people who were really for a first-person shooter aspect and people who were really against a first-person shooter aspect within the Dead by Daylight game.
Mm-hmm.
I am against a first-person shooter personally because it's not that kind of game.
Mm-hmm.
But I also see the appeal. And I think they did very well here with a mix, trying to get that in.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can see that that's a pretty good compromise.
Fast, intuitive gameplay where the weapon itself is the star.
C'est rapide, c'est intuitif. L'arme est vraiment la star quand j'utilise ce killer-là. Mais ça pouvait pas être aussi simple.
But it couldn't be as simple as bang, you're dead. Yes, exactly. Like it can be that in Dead. Okay, sorry.
You're right.
There had to be a Dead by Daylight twist.
Exactly. 100%. And this is where we're going to have to do our analysis, is between these sentences.
Yes. Because that's where we're talking.
Exactly.
La twist Dead by Daylight, c'est là qu'on a pensé à la mécanique de
We came up with this mechanic where the killer latches onto survivors with a chain and can then reel them in.
Connectait le survivant avec le killer par une chaîne, et voilà, le killer pouvait ramener le survivant vers lui. Puis qu'est-ce qu'on a fait pour...
What we also did to create tension is that both cameras are turned towards each other.
augmenter la tension?
Ooh,
C'est quoi?
I didn't
Les
think
deux
of that.
caméras sont tournées une vers l'autre, le survivant regarde.
So the
But I think
survivor
you can
is
turn
looking
away.
at the killer, and the killer is looking at the survivor.
But I think you can turn your camera away, if I'm not mistaken. Now I'm questioning that.
You can turn sideways, but you can't turn away.
Like, you can't look behind you.
No, you can turn to the sides and like.
I'm gonna have to, like, pay attention to that next time, because I didn't think of that as being an aspect of it, but that's really cool.
Yeah, because, I mean, I know when I've played, like, I've pushed that thing as far to side as I could go, and you just go, like, you can, like, try to wrap yourself, like,
Right,
around
but it's a different
tree.
it's a different button. That's your left analog stick trying to move left and right. My question is, can you turn your camera and look behind you while you're doing with your right analog stick?
I don't think you can, but we'll have to try it when we play next time.
Yeah.
And we,
Next time we face a Deathslinger.
We might have to go into a custom and try it just to see if we can do it.
Maybe.
Let's see.
Okay.
Okay, so anyways, so survivor's looking at the killer is looking at the survivor.
Le killer regarde le survivant, ils peuvent pas regarder ailleurs.
They can't look anywhere else. It creates this feeling of urgency, of tension, which feels authentically Dead by Daylight.
Un sentiment d'urgence, ça
That's
file
cool.
authentique et très, très Dead by Daylight.
It's pretty new for us because it's the first gun rifle we have in the game.
and we wanted to add this extra story to it. The Deathslinger, he's someone who's very proud of his invention, and we wanted to show the rifle with his touch. It just feels bulky and way more violent than just a normal rifle. Every time we were adding something, it just felt better and better. We were very happy with the
At Mori, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
feature like the eyes, the nose, and the jaw. You clearly see something happening.
That laugh.
You can feel that
Talk about the laugh.
Zarina is our modern day cowboy with a camera. She's resourceful, she's creative, she's innovative, she embodies the pioneer spirit. Zarina will follow a lead no matter where it takes her. And this boldness and this determination is not only a strength, but it's also her flaw. It leads her into all kinds of dangerous scenarios, and the last of which is a prison where she's actually snatched by the entity.
When you look at Zarina, you see that she's confident. Her posture is very straight. She doesn't mind wearing some fashionable stuff.
What we have is a level
I love her blue outfit.
version of Miami Valley.
For me, the important thing was if you close your eyes, you feel like you're in the desert. When you walk in the ghost town,
I love the sky on that map, though.
It is a nice sky.
The player to feel is, he feels like
I just love that
being
map.
watched by someone, but clearly,
It is a great map.
we wanted to push
It's one of my
even
favorites
beyond
to play.
from what we usually do. First is the exit gate. We did a specific one for this one. We changed also the fences around, which is a first time for us. We also did a new shack, thematized on the.
That's right. This was the first time we saw that new shack. The shack is bigger and has another door. We thought when they were giving it, like when they were upgrading the shacks, that they were going to be similar to the one on Dead Dog, but they didn't end up being like that.
Interesting.
The Deathslinger. What's around the map? We usually leave it very obscure, but now we wanted to push a bit more and add a vista, like cliffs, mountains, mixed with our own entity.
Well, and I like how they have all the
Pushing
buildings
boundaries
lined
of
up
new
like
levels.
the
Adding
street,
those
you know?
extra
Yes.
Because you
elements
have all those
of
little
the
ins and outs that you can
different.
weave
I
through.
think it's bringing the game
Yep.
to an all new level.
Je pense qu'on est rendu à un point où est-ce que
I think we're at a point where we're surpassing ourselves with every new release. There's a big push to innovate.
il y a un gros désir d'innovation.
This for me is probably one of the most memorable chapters to date. We're bringing a unique cowboy experience to Dead by Daylight. Zarina brings grit, courage, and the selflessness of the pioneer spirit to the trials. The Deathslinger, chain lasso, and herd survivors for the entity. Seriously, only in Dead by Daylight.
They did
Wow.
good with that.
They really did. And they gave Zarina attention.
Only in the freaking behind the scenes spotlight trailer. They didn't have her in the freaking regular trailer.
It's true. But she got attention in the other ones. So. Oh
Very
my
true.
God. Hey guys, thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. We really thank you.
Yes, we do. And don't forget to go and like, follow, subscribe, whatever it needs to be over on the TikTok, the Twitter, and the Instagram. Also, don't forget our Twitch accounts, TheKateNextDoor and Trixiebella 15.
And keep an eye out for that next video. It'll be coming soon.
See y'all later.
Bye.